Few things are more devastating than losing both a close friend and a brother. In 2020, Lil Durk had to cope with the loss of his close friend, King Von, who was tragically killed by Rondo and his rival gang. This incident pushed Lil Durk down a dark and dangerous path, one from which few are able to recover. Recent court documents reveal that the plot reads like a scene from a movie, involving private jet flights, ski masks, rented cars, and a drive-by shooting. However, a crucial detail led to Durk being charged with these crimes. The traffic cameras were rolling, capturing his every move without his knowledge. What exactly did Durk do? Lil Durk, born Durk Devonte Banks, is a name that carries significant weight in the hip-hop world. Emerging from the tough streets of Chicago, Durk's rise to fame is a testament to his resilience and raw talent. Born on October 19, 1992, Durk grew up in the Angle. Despite the hardships of his environment, Durk found solace in music, using it as an outlet to express his experiences and dreams. As his career advanced, he built a dedicated fan base with his introspective lyrics and authentic storytelling. His albums, including Lil Durk 2X and Signed to the Streets 3, solidified his reputation as a powerful force in hip-hop. Durk's music often this authenticity resonated with listeners and propelled him to the forefront of the drill music scene, a subgenre known for its dark, aggressive beats and gritty lyrics. Despite his success, Durk's life has been marred by legal issues and personal tragedies. He has faced several run-ins with the law, including charges related to weapons possession and other criminal offenses. Nevertheless, these challenges have not stopped him from pursuing his musical passion. Instead, they've fueled his determination to rise above adversity and continue producing meaningful music. However, the events leading to his arrest in October 2024 are deeply tied to his ongoing feud with fellow rapper Rondo. This rivalry began with the tragic death of OTF member King Von in 2020, who was killed during a confrontation with Rondo at an Atlanta nightclub.
Go to sleep.
Right, by yourself.
Boom, bam. I walk from the car. I turn around to walk up. I see a group of, it's like I had an out-of-body experience.
The incident caused multiple injuries and ignited tension.
You ended up getting shot twice?
Right.
Well, what parts of the body?
I get shot in my right hip bone, and I get shot on my to go in and out though.
In the years following King Von's murder, rumors spread about Lil Durk's involvement in a plot to retaliate against Rondo. These whispers gained traction in August 2022 when reports surfaced of a failed attempt on Rondo's life in Los Angeles. The shooting, which took place at a gas station, resulted in the death of Rondo's cousin, intensifying the conflict between the two factions. As the investigation into the shooting progressed, authorities began to piece together a complex conspiracy involving Durk and other members of his rap collective OTF. Court documents alleged that Durk masterminded the plot, offering financial incentives and music opportunities to those willing to carry out the attack. The day of the attempted shooting, August 18, 2022, began like any other in Los Angeles. However, beneath the surface, a sinister plot was unfolding, orchestrated by some of the most notorious figures in hip-hop. The tension between Durk's OTF collective and Rondo had reached a boiling point, and the events of that day would mark a turning point in their ongoing feud. According to court documents, the plan was set in motion when one of Durk's associates discovered that Rondo was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. This information quickly reached Durk, who allegedly saw it as an opportunity to take revenge for the death of King Von. The indictment claims that Durk communicated with his network, making it known that he would pay a bounty to anyone who successfully carried out the attack on Rondo. Once the target was identified, 5 OTF associates were mobilized to execute the plan. They flew from Chicago to San Diego using funds allegedly provided by Durk. then drove to Los Angeles. The group included Kyan Grant, a key figure in OTF, responsible for coordinating logistics. Upon arrival, Grant arranged for hotel accommodations, ski masks, 2 luxury sedans, and firearms, including a fully automatic machine gun. On the day of the attack, the OTF associates meticulously tracked Rondo and his cousin as they moved through the city. Their surveillance led them to a weed dispensary, a West Hollywood clothing store, and finally a gas station, where they planned to strike. The group parked their vehicle behind the gas station, positioning themselves for an ambush. As Rondo and his cousin exited their car, the OTF associates sprang into action, emerging from their hiding spots with weapons drawn and opening fire. The chaotic scene that followed was filled with gunshots and screams from bystanders caught in the crossfire. Tragically, Rondo's cousin was fatally wounded, while Rondo narrowly escaped with his life. After the shooting, the OTF associates regrouped at an In-N-Out burger stand to discuss payment with Grant. Once their mission was complete, they returned to San Diego and boarded flights back to Chicago, believing they had successfully evaded capture. However, law enforcement was already on their trail. The investigation quickly gained momentum, and authorities began piecing together evidence linking the crime to Durk and his associates. Surveillance footage from traffic cameras, along with text messages exchanged between the conspirators, provided crucial insights into the planning and execution of the attack. Additionally, the use of OTF credit cards for travel and logistics further implicated Durk in the plot. Keith Jones, David Lindsay, Asa Houston, Kyan Grant, and Deandra Wilson were each charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, the same charge leveled against Durk. However, Durk's arrest did not come without drama. Following the arrests of his associates, reports surfaced that Durk attempted to flee the country. Allegedly, he flew to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where he booked flights to Dubai and Switzerland. When those plans fell through, he arranged for a private plane to Italy, only to be intercepted by authorities before he could board. Durk was taken into custody, and along with the other defendants, he is currently awaiting transfer to Los Angeles, where the murder occurred. The indictment against Durk and his associates is a comprehensive, 18-page document, laying out the intricate details of the alleged murder-for-hire plot. The indictment paints a vivid picture of a meticulously planned operation, with Durk implicated as a central figure in the conspiracy. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the use of OTF credit cards to facilitate the logistics of the plot. These cards were used to book flights, secure hotel accommodations, and rent vehicles for the associates involved in the shooting of Quando Rondo. This financial trail directly links Durk to the operation, suggesting that he provided the resources necessary to carry out the attack. In addition to the financial evidence, the indictment references a series of text messages exchanged between the conspirators. These messages reveal a coordinated effort to track Rondo's movements and execute the plan. Notably, one message allegedly sent by Durk instructed an associate not to book flights under any names associated with him, indicating an awareness of the need for discretion. Surveillance footage from traffic cameras also plays a crucial role in the case against Durk and his associates, corroborating the timeline of events outlined in the indictment. This visual evidence, combined with the financial and digital trails, forms a compelling case against the accused. Amidst the mounting evidence, rumors have surfaced suggesting the presence of an informant within OTF. Speculation centers around an individual known as Jam, who allegedly wore a wire and cooperated with authorities to gather evidence on the plot. Jam, who was released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder, has undeniable ties to Durk and OTF.
And my lawyer money there, when I fight my case. I ain't gonna lie, Durk come through all that, like, Durk come through with a that's sure.
Despite rumors, the indictment does not mention Jam or any informant, and no court documents substantiate claims of a snitch within OTF. Nevertheless, the possibility of an insider providing information to law enforcement adds an intriguing layer to the unfolding drama, leaving many to wonder about the true extent of the conspiracy. The arrest of Lil Durk and his associates has provoked strong reactions from both the public and the music industry. fans of Durk have taken to social media to express their disbelief and support for the rapper, with many questioning the validity of the charges. The hashtag #FreeDurk has trended on various platforms as supporters rally behind the embattled artist. Within the music industry, the arrest has sparked concern and speculation. Fellow artists and collaborators have expressed shock, offering words of support for Durk. The situation has also prompted discussions about the broader implications for the hip-hop community, particularly regarding the intersection of music and street life. As the legal proceedings continue, the industry is watching closely, aware that the outcome of this case could have far-reaching consequences for Durk. The stakes are incredibly high, with his career, freedom, and future hanging in the balance. The unfolding drama has captured audiences, drawing attention to the complex and often tumultuous world of hip-hop. Amid this turmoil, Durk's upcoming album Deep Thoughts remains in limbo. The uncertainty surrounding its release adds another layer of intrigue to the situation, as fans eagerly await any updates. With the music industry watching closely, the next chapter in this saga will be the inevitable trial date, where Lil Durk faces justice. Durk's trial date is set. Following his arrest on October 24th, legal proceedings began to unfold under intense public scrutiny. The charges against him were severe, painting a picture of a calculated and premeditated plot to commit murder for hire. Federal authorities accused Lil Durk of masterminding a scheme to eliminate Rondo, a fellow rapper, in retaliation for the death of King Von. The charges included 1 count of using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, 1 count of conspiracy, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms, including a machine gun, in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. If convicted, Lil Durk faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars. The criminal complaint details how several associates were allegedly involved in the scheme, with some flying to Los Angeles to carry out the attack on Rondo. On November 14, Lil Durk appeared in a Los Angeles federal court for his arraignment. The courtroom was packed with media, fans, and legal experts, all eager to witness the proceedings. As the charges were read, Lil Durk maintained his composure and pleaded not guilty to all counts. His legal team, led by a high-profile defense attorney, argued that the charges were unfounded and that Lil Durk was being unfairly targeted due to his celebrity status. The plea of not guilty set the stage for a high-stakes legal battle. The trial date was set for January 7, 2025, with U.S. District Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald presiding over the case. In the lead-up to the trial, Lil Durk's legal team is expected to mount a vigorous defense, challenging the prosecution's evidence and narrative. The implications of this trial extend far beyond Lil Durk's personal fate. For the hip-hop industry, the case represents a critical moment that highlights the ongoing tensions and rivalries within the genre. The trial will likely bring to light the complex dynamics of loyalty, violence, and retribution that often play out in the world of rap music. For Lil Durk, the stakes are incredibly high. His career, which has been marked by both triumphs and controversies, hangs in the balance. A conviction could mean the end of his musical journey, while an acquittal could solidify his status as a resilient figure who overcame immense challenges. The trial also poses a significant risk to his reputation, as the allegations have already cast a shadow over his public image. The hip-hop community is watching closely, as the outcome of this trial could set a precedent for how legal issues involving artists are handled in the future. It raises questions about the responsibility of artists to their fans and the broader community, as well as the impact of their actions on their careers and the industry as a whole. As the trial date approaches, anticipation continues to build. Fans, critics, and legal experts alike are eager to see how the case will unfold and what it will mean for Lil Durk and the hip-hop world. The courtroom drama promises to be a defining moment not only for Lil Durk but for the entire music industry. As Durk remains in custody, his current situation has become a focal point of public interest. Following his arrest, the rapper was transported to a prison in Los Angeles where he awaits his trial. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, Durk has maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to the accusations of murder for hire and conspiracy. In a recent development, a phone call from prison surfaced, offering a rare insight into Durk's life behind bars. The call, shared by his associate at 900 Brew, reveals that Durk is in good spirits and staying positive. Contrary to circulating rumors, he denies being in protective custody, asserting that he is being treated fairly by fellow inmates. This revelation challenges the narrative that high-profile inmates often face harsher conditions or require special protection. 900 Brew captioned the Instagram post, "Just got off the phone with my brother. He's in good spirits, staying positive, and fighting to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity, we're more than just street guys." That's actually an understatement. We're men of honor and code, no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind. No PC. Free smirk, free trigger. The support from 900 Brew has been unwavering. In a heartfelt message, the associate expressed solidarity with Durk, emphasizing their shared values of honor and code. He called for Durk's release, highlighting the rapper's determination to return to his family and children. This public show of support has resonated with fans, who have rallied behind Durk, petitioning for his freedom. The hashtag #FreeSmirk has gained traction, symbolizing collective hope for Durk's release and vindication. As the legal storm surrounding Lil Durk intensified, the rapper made a strategic move that could potentially alter the course of his case. In a bold and calculated decision, Durk enlisted the services of Drew Fining, a high-powered lawyer renowned for his expertise in defending high-profile clients. Fining's reputation precedes him, having successfully represented heavyweights in the music industry such as Cardi B, Lil Baby, and DaBaby. His involvement in the case immediately shifted the narrative, injecting a sense of hope and possibility into what seemed like an uphill battle. The hiring of Drew Fining did not go unnoticed, especially by one of the most influential figures in hip-hop, 50 Cent. Known for his business acumen and larger-than-life persona, 50 Cent took to social media to express his support for Lil Durk's decision. In a post that quickly went viral, he praised Fining's sharp legal skills and expressed confidence that the lawyer would secure a favorable outcome for Durk. This endorsement from 50 Cent added a new layer of intrigue to the case, as fans and industry insiders speculated about the potential impact of such high-profile backing. The implications of having Drew Fining on Durk's legal team are significant. With his extensive experience and proven track record, Fining brings a level of expertise that could challenge the prosecution's case and potentially sway the outcome in Durk's favor. His involvement suggests a rigorous defense strategy that could exploit any weaknesses in the prosecution's arguments, raising the possibility of a reduced sentence or even an acquittal. Will Drew Fining repeat the success of Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, who heroically saved Young Thug's career from the brink of a life sentence? Young Thug's arrest in May 2022 marked the beginning of a high-profile case that saw him entangled in a sprawling indictment under Georgia's RICO Act. After more than 2 years behind bars, Young Thug's release came following a plea deal that left fans and critics buzzing. In May 2022, Young Thug faced a slew of charges, including gang involvement, drug offenses, and gun possession. The indictment portrayed him as a gang leader orchestrating criminal activities. The initial stages of his trial were marked by intense media scrutiny and legal wrangling. Jury selection began in January 2023 and took nearly 10 months due to the complexity of the case and the high-profile nature of the defendants. The trial was plagued by delays, including disputes over the admissibility of rap lyrics as evidence and the removal of the original judge, Euro Glanville, after defense attorneys sought his recusal.
Hey, this is that slime. Hey, YSL. Hey, killing 12. Hey, a jail. Hey.
As the trial progressed, Young Thug's legal team, notably led by Brian Steele, engaged in negotiations with prosecutors to reach a plea deal that would bring an end to the lengthy legal battle. Despite initial disagreements over the terms, Young Thug ultimately chose to accept a non-negotiated or blind plea. He pleaded guilty to 1 gang charge, 3 drug charges, and 2 gun charges while entering a no-contest plea to another gang charge and a racketeering conspiracy charge. This strategic move allowed him to avoid a potentially long prison sentence. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Reese Whitaker handed down a 40-year sentence, with the first 5 years to be served in prison. However, this was commuted to time served, allowing Young Thug to walk free. The remaining 15 years will be served on probation, with an additional 20 years in prison that can be commuted to time served if he complies with all probation conditions. The conditions of his release are stringent. Young Thug must stay away from the metro Atlanta area for the first 10 years of his probation. Except for specific family events, he is also required to make anti-gang and anti-gun violence presentations at schools or organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, which will count toward his community service hours. Additionally, he cannot have contact with any member of a criminal street gang, participate in gang activities, or promote gang culture.
Certainly strongly encourage you to do those things, and to do and continue to do things that benefit your community and especially help young people to stay out of criminal trouble.
The implications of Young Thug's sentencing are significant, highlighting the complexities of using the RICO Act to prosecute alleged gang activity and the role of artistic expression in legal proceedings. His release marks a new chapter in his life as he navigates the conditions of his probation while continuing to influence the music industry and his community. The question arises, will Lil Durk be fortunate enough to get off as Young Thug did? Both cases share notable similarities. In each, prosecutors have used the rapper's lyrics against them in court. The legal storm surrounding Lil Durk intensified with the addition of new charges that have caught national attention. Federal prosecutors have added 2 felony counts to the original conspiracy charge, including another murder for hire charge and a firearms charge. These charges stem from the 2022 shooting incident involving Rondo and the tragic death of Lil Po. The charges paint a picture of a premeditated act of violence allegedly orchestrated by Durk and his associates. Central to the prosecution's case is the controversial use of Durk's own song lyrics as evidence. The track, Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, includes lyrics that prosecutors claim refer directly to the shooting. The song describes the scenario eerily similar to the events at the gas station, with references to receiving an address, giving the green light, and a news clip where Rondo is heard screaming upon discovering Lil Po's body. Prosecutors argue these lyrics show Durk's intent to commercialize the crime by rapping about his revenge. The decision to use rap lyrics as evidence in criminal cases has sparked significant controversy. Critics argue it threatens free speech and disproportionately targets artists of color, perpetuating stereotypes about hip-hop culture. This case, like Young Thug's, raises questions about the boundaries between artistic expression and criminal intent. The legal battle Durk faces could have severe consequences for his career. If convicted of the murder for hire plot, he could face a lengthy prison sentence, which could derail his momentum and impact his ability to release music, tour, and collaborate with other artists. The music industry is notoriously fickle, and a prolonged absence could result in artists being forgotten or replaced by newer talent. Maintaining his relevance during this period will be a challenge, and his team will likely work to keep his music in the public eye through previously recorded material or strategic collaborations. Moreover, the arrest has ignited debates about the intersection of hip-hop culture and crime. Critics argue that artists like Durk glorify a dangerous lifestyle, while supporters contend they are simply reflecting their lived experiences. This controversy could affect how the industry and the public perceive Durk, impacting his future opportunities and collaborations. The outcome of his legal proceedings will undoubtedly shape his future, both professionally and personally. A conviction would mean a prolonged separation from his family and loved ones, which would be emotionally challenging, especially for Durk, who is a father. The emotional toll of such a separation would affect not only him but also his family members, who rely on his presence and support. Beyond his immediate family, Lil Durk has been an influential figure in his community. Growing up in Chicago, he has first-hand experience of the challenges many young people face in the city. Over the years, he has used his platform to give back, organizing charity events, supporting local schools, and advocating for social justice. A conviction and subsequent incarceration would hinder his ability to continue these initiatives. His absence could create a void in the community, affecting those who have benefited from his efforts. Furthermore, the legal battle could influence Durk's overall legacy. Throughout his career, he has been celebrated for his authenticity and his commitment to telling the stories of those often overlooked by society. However, the charges he faces could overshadow his achievements, leading some to question his character and intentions. The music industry and public perception play significant roles in shaping an artist's legacy. While some fans may remain loyal, others could be swayed by the negative publicity surrounding the case, potentially affecting his future opportunities, including collaborations, endorsements, and partnerships.